Hey folks, I'm MysteriousJG, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics, the Zodiac Gangstars. That's the worst name yet. Yeah, the fact I'm reading does mention, had we continued exploring, there's another dead-end entrance to the, like somewhere up here, there's another dead-end entrance to the caverns, the Zeltenia caverns. I don't think we currently need to explore all this. Especially because it kind of looks like I tried to go up here and couldn't get there. I don't know. We can come back and explore this later is what I'm getting at. Also, the fact I'm reading mentions that this character named Dice is only one letter away from the name of a character, Vice, who was in Tactics Ogre, Let Us Cling Together. To which I was like, that's fascinating, fact writer. Anyway. So now here's another sand sea. Those could be enemies, or they could be plants, or they could be plant enemies or plant enemies. So I feel bad that we didn't explore that place better, but we'll have plenty more opportunities, and it looks like we've got weird maps here too. But that's pretty obviously the way out. Really kind of hard to tell what this is. That might be a way to get into the Zeltenia caverns that also pops out here. I remember there being there's probably marks associated with this place where we'd have to go to all these different nooks and crannies. And in an effort to hurry up with the story a bit, I'm leaving the marks alone for now. I think there's a point later where we have to make our way towards the Empire. That'll give us some free roam with the full party. And I feel like at that point, we could take a big, long break from the story to hunt marks. But until we get there, I don't feel compelled. Now, there's traps, which are not showing up often, but that's pretty much my main reason for having left the girls on the bench. I feel kind of bad about that. I could bring them back easily enough. I just have to figure out which one of them actually has Libra as a thing they can do. So she doesn't have Libra. I'm pretty sure you don't have Libra. Does Benello have Libra? No, none of the girls have Libra. Oh well. That's what makes Van our most valuable player. He's also got the knife, which is OP for this stage of the game, and has an element these guys are weak to, so he's consistently one-hit killing the regular enemies of the zone. We've now reached a point where they're actually running away from him. And he still finds and murders them all. What a bastard. Yeah. And he sends their bodies flying. Yeah, they really are running away from us now, and now we're just being bastards. It's like, it's okay, friend Badra. Travel through our territories. We're happy. So I want to do this. I'm just making my way back towards. This is pretty clearly the beginning. Well, whatever. You know what? I'm gonna break my own rule. I'm gonna use fast travel here. I just want to confirm this is what I think it is, and this is gonna take us back to a different entrance of this last zone. Open the treasure chest, damn it. It can be difficult to open a treasure chest when enemies are nearby. But it is possible. You just have to position yourself in a way so that the treasure chest is properly positioned so that hitting X interacts with it. Let's see where this takes us. Aha. There will be a whole different merchant here. And this Mugo's like, why are you being bastards to them? Did you see that Urutan Yensa just now, Kupo? They're usually a violent lot, but this one wanted help. Interested? Tell me. The Urutan Yensa are all in a panic about a creature of the Yam Yensa Sansi. Their blood enemy, it seems. Oh, it must believe that Muhammad's brother instead of his... Never mind. Whoa, why in the world am I getting into that? That's a thing that people have died over. Who should have succeeded Muhammad. One of them is asking for help, and Urutan Yensa asking for help. Whatever it is, it's got to be bad, Kupo. You look pretty strong. Maybe you could have a swing at the thing. Kupo, it's supposed to be something like a giant tortoise. He said he'd found some treasure of the Sand Sea too. Why, you might be able to claim that's reward if you're successful, Kupo. Okay, well that sounds like a plan, but where is this thing? If you defeat the beast, you can claim the treasure of the Sand Sea. Look for the tortoise, Kupo. Well, hopefully this isn't time sensitive, because I don't intend to go out of my way to find it right now. And indeed, we pop out over here. Alright. So there's more than one way to cross between these two zones. I still need to explore the rest of that place later. You know what, we might as well just touch the crystal and get our MPs and stuff back. I don't think we've used any MPs. Oh, because Balthier has arrow now, but I don't think I set him up with gambits to attack fire, weak enemies with fire, but I never bothered with arrow because when I was setting up those gambits, he's got fire, weak enemies with fire, ice, weak enemies with ice, etc., but we didn't have arrow when I was setting all those gambits up. Okay, once we get back on the beaten track here, we'll go back to normal speed. I am probably maxed on Finn. Oh, well, there's the tortoise. So I should try to steal from it. Might as well. Let's change our gambits up so that we don't go around killing I don't want them going around killing those little guys, just in case they're actually Did I steal something from above? I stole a turtle shell. I'm kind of hoping that we can be friends with them after this. The Urutan Eater has fallen. So they're still attacking us. Okay, fine. They're gonna try to kill us. I try to leave them alone, but then I fell asleep. Well, let's at least grab the treasure. Alright then, we took out the super monster. Let's go back to high speed mode, which I said I wasn't going to do because it's breaking immersion. But I just want to get back on track with our quest to... we'll leave Sleeping Vaughn behind. And these enemies do not like us, even though we killed that enemy that was such a huge threat to them. won't let me take... It won't let me... there's certain things stop you from messing with the party order. You can't take someone in and out of the party while they're being targeted. My efforts to do this quickly are actually leading to it being rather inefficient. Might as well save the fact that we dealt with that, whatever that thing was. So the giant tortoise has been destroyed. It didn't even count as a hunt, Kupo. I've enjoyed the number of times this game has presented someone saying, "You can't!" And I get to go, what did you call me? You killed the wild skirt of the Sansi, Kupo. Amazing! By the way, that Urutan Yensa from before, he just went by, Kupo. Maybe he was going to look for that treasure for you? Unusually kind of him. He was heading for the Ogre Yensa Sansi. Okay, well... Store it away in the back of your minds, folks. We are owed treasure. Didn't seem like we were fleeing at full speed. I had accidentally set our speed up to only going double speed. Which, as I've mentioned before, sometimes doesn't save you that much time. Start butchering guys. There we go. Oh, but we're not heading the right way though. Need to murder this guy. Oh, we got Earth Magicite, which is different from an Earth Stone somehow. I guess we're getting gill drops for this, but they're in small enough amounts. Like selling a bunch of like skeleton bones from fighting a bunch of skeletons was giving you money faster than I think this probably is. Hey, but we got even more gill. It's great. So whatever reward those guys have, we can claim it whenever we head back for that other Sansi. I was able to block an arrow. That's just how good Van is. Meanwhile, at some point Ash is going to get really far ahead in license. Well, actually, she's getting one extra license point for kill, and there's differences of hundreds between the characters depending on which board they filled out. So I probably don't have to worry about constantly monitoring who has the golden armlet equipped. Alright. Continuing our progress. Oh, of course, the ladies don't have anyone with Libra. This party just... I need to not do this ladies and gentlemen versions of the parties because it's silly. Also, none of the women have Libra. None of the men currently have Cure. Although, wait, Balthier has Cure 1, I think. Yeah, I think Balthier actually has Cure 1. No, he doesn't. Never mind. Never mind, he doesn't. I just need to actually keep an eye on it. Okay, so I want to Well, I'm vaguely curious as to what's at the end of this one long path.
Yeah.
Well, there's certainly plenty of trick traps over here. There's some kind of blue bomb. And a giant fish monster. Which seems to be on the side of the... Oh, these are the guys they were riding on. So I guess it makes sense that they're on the same side. Potion. And balance. I don't know what that is. I think that may be a technique. So let's avoid the trick traps. Tight turns, guys. We got a mega bomb. And an axe beak. It's casting fire. We seem to be able to defeat it with normal means. And it didn't even explode. And it dropped 3 license points, which makes it seem like the kind of thing that was like a mark or something. Oh well. Alright, so we beat a Mega Bomb. We would never, of course, be able to defeat Vader's Power Bomb. And as much as I love Big Man Vader, I probably need to switch my my YouTube picture to someone else. It's been him for a while, and I switched it to him when I found out about his untimely passing, and I wasn't doing a wrestling LP at the time, so I had no place to talk about it. But I just switched my icon to Vader, and I don't know if everybody even realized what was happening. So got some palette swaps of previous enemies. That's always good. Generally gives you an idea of roughly how terrified you should be. You figure, okay, they're probably similar in terrifyingness to this enemy. The first time I encountered I've seen this enemy type before with a different coloration. These guys are probably as threatening as those guys were when I first encountered them. Just came in and whacked him over the head with a mace, Bash. That was pretty, You're really living up to your name there, Bash. Whacking dudes over the head with a mace.
Yeah.
Let's take Balthier out just for a minute, so that Canelo can heal some folks up. Because Balthier, I think, was actually doing pretty good for health. No. Thanks, little lady. We're done with you. I used an Earthstone. That was pretty fancy. That was some fancy pants technique. You know what? I'm sick of the guys. Let's do something here. Let's equip Ash with the manufactured Nethicite, which makes her really take reduced damage a lot. Let's equip Fran with the thing that gives you Libra, because we do have an accessory that gives you Libra all the time. And we'll keep Pinello with the Disable Immobilize, because she's probably, if I get in real trouble, She's the closest thing I have to a white mage who can just assume everybody anyway, so she can start throwing out items to remove status ailments if people get them. And meantime, 20. Let's see who's got license points. You got 2,600 license points, 24, 25. So Balthier will get to play with the golden armlet for a while. Amulet. So she's silenced, but it's okay because she doesn't actually know any magic, if I'm correct. No, wait, she has Cure and Blinda. Never mind, I guess she got those before. Alright, so she has the most basic Cure spell. And Blinda, because she starts out with them, and Infuse. But that's it, so never mind. I'll keep her with this constant silence, but she'll just be really resilient against magic damage. Still wandering these reaches? Time to give up treasure hunting. I'd say the shining birds will pick at your bones, boy. Hello there, adventurer.
Hello there, adventurer. If you're truly set on going to the Valley of the Dead, I'll give you some advice. The avion there is said to be invincible, but has a weakness. I'm sure the XII knows something. The Stancy is theirs, you see. You can't just go giving people fool advice like that.
Wait, you can't just go giving people fool advice like that? What if they actually went out and tried to do that? There'd be blood on your hands. That said, if anyone knows the way through the Valley of the Dead, it's Urtan Yensa. But how to ask? They don't speak our tongue. By the way, do you need anything? Take a look at my wares. You may just be surprised by what you find. Oh, he is selling new stuff. So I guess that counts as surprising. No one's really using the chopper. No one's really using crossbows at the moment. On hit regen. That's an interesting one, actually, the healing rod, because what you do is you change her. You would have to change her gambit so that she starts attacking party members, and she gives them constant regen. So he had a couple little surprises up at the top, but soldier's cap is light armor, which I guess only he can use at the moment. Hey, it's a Christopher Lambert hat. I guess I shouldn't have bought all those hats before because they're immediately overshadowed by something else. We are wearing the Lambent hat. We are all Christopher Lambent. We are the Lance of Schlamberge. Oh, I wonder how Legend of Dragoon ends. I may never know. Golden shields. Golden shield is kind of like the golden spike. Kevin Sullivan gave it to Meng. Now we have something that makes you immune to sleep, which could be kind of useful around here. Not going to equip it though, we'll just have some. And I probably only needed to have... Oh, what the hell, I'll waste some more money, I'll have extras of these. I don't have 99 high potions, I'm kind of surprised by that, to tell you the truth. Hey, this guy sells stop magic. Stop in the name of magic. Cool. Cool story, bro. Wonder if silence prevents her from using mist. Hope we don't get wiped out by some invincible monster. You'll now have the option of saving your game. Uh-oh. This makes it really seem like we were supposed to go back and talk to those guys and figure out the secret of wiping out this monster, because I don't know about this. You would think it would let us back out or something. Yeah, I'm wondering if I wasn't supposed to have gone back and found the friendly guy who was going to tell us what the secret is. Then again, maybe we can back out from here too. Well, unless it tells us we can't go back. Okay, we can't go back. Good. So that's a save point. If we go fight a monster that we can't deal with, or even if we can deal with it, and I'm like, no, I want to see what the dialogue is if you go find them and befriend them and get their help. And do they stop appearing as random enemies once you do that? Or is there just like one who's considered your buddy? Hold on a second. None of these guys have steel. I can't fight the boss with them. I can always switch party members in the middle of the battle. That's assuming there's a boss fight here. Sure looks like there's going to be a boss fight. Uh-oh. King's Tomb is pretty built up. Alright, let's get rid of you guys for a moment. And just temporarily. Oh. Well, I guess I can play as Baltier, or as him, but the idea is solely there with it. Wow, he's got a bunch of techniques I didn't know he had too. We want to try to steal from Garuda. We stole a gold needle from him. And now it looks like the party's just about ready to wipe him out. Oh, he's really weak against... He's really weak against, I don't know what, but he was taking a lot of magic damage. Oh, Bash is using Dark against him constantly. Okay, so Bash just destroyed this thing with dark magic. I guess it was a holy elemental creature. I was going to let the girls fight it. I just wanted to steal from it, but they killed it too damn fast. He crosses his arm like a badass. That was all me, folks. Those guys did nothing. And it's pretty much true. The ancient device stirs. There's a stirring in my little Clonus.
Long ago, the gods granted their favor to King Wraithwall.
They blessed him with a giant pushover boss.
A vast territory spanning from Mordalia to Valendia. Here he forged the Galtean alliance.
None of this means anything to me, lady.
Though he is called the Dynast King, upon establishing the alliance, he demonstrated compassion for his people and disdain for needless war.
After he conquered everybody.
Passed on to his successors, one that would bring peace and prosperity for hundreds of years to follow. It was during this time of peace that the city-states of Arcadia and Rosaria, each members of Wraithwall's alliance, took root and flourished.
All those little shitty kingdoms from today appeared later.
Wraithwall left 3 relics signifying descent from the Dynast King. Of these, the Midlight Shard was given to what would become House Nabradia.
Has he just got like a
and the Dusk
bandolero
Shard
and
to
no
my
shirt?
ancestors, the founders of Dalmasca. The last of these relics was the Dawn Shard. It remained hidden here, known only to those of royal blood.
And now you guys.
As though the Dynast King foresaw the very plight before us now.
Yeah, he was psychic, so what?
None save descendants of the king are suffered within. If we attempt to enter without proof of such lineage...
There's no guarantee we'll make it out alive.
Yeah,
Vicious beasts, fiendish traps.
pushover bosses.
But you must consider the prize.
Me.
The Dawn Shard lies within, and Wraithwall's treasure.
And there was I, thinking this was going to be hard.
Well, there you go, folks. So now I'm curious as to whether I missed anything cool by not going back and talking to those guys first. Obviously, we didn't need their help to defeat that boss. Nevertheless, I think I'll take a quick peek and see. I mean, you know, I don't think there would have been a big voice-acted scene. There might have been some little scene with one of those guys or whatever. But we'll see, folks. I'll check and see if there's any point in showing it off-screen. Or going and finding it off-screen and showing it. And anyway, I'm calling this a video. When we come back, we will be going into the Tomb of the Dynast King to get the Dusk Shard, which will prove that Ashe is royalty. We need proof of her royalty to go to the place where we get the Dusk Shard, which proves she's royalty. Okay. But if we can prove she's royalty, she's going to raise an army from her already defeated kingdom to destroy the Empire? I'm not sure. Andor, and you should not listen to his lies, by the way. Andor and others seem to think it's, and Ashe herself, seem to think it's very important that she find proof of her royal lineage. Me, I'm descended from Hibernian stock, where we gave up on the whole royalty thing a while ago. Anyway, folks, I'm MysteriousJG. Thanks for watching. JG, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. Good boy.